back here. Song of the day coming to you from the Rock Cave. I'm your host, Mark Pierce. It is Friday. You know what that means. Say it with me. It is Octane Friday. And that's when we kick it up a notch. What's going on today, everybody, for your Friday? It's been a good week here in the cave, throwing all kinds of music at you. And as I said, I was inspired this week by listening to Cinderella Radio on Pandora for 4 hours straight. So good. If you ever get a chance to just listen to Cinderella or Rat Radio on Pandora, I highly suggest it. I also said we were going to cover bands this week that maybe we haven't covered yet. I know for sure we have not covered this band. So who are we talking about today? We are talking about the band Slaughter. We have not covered Slaughter here. Glam metal, right in the wheelhouse. 1990. Wow, right? Slaughter. You guys know anything about Slaughter? Do you know where they're from? Do you know how they came to be? Well, I'm here to tell you. How about that? To know anything about Slaughter, you got to know a little bit about Vinnie Vincent Invasion. You guys remember this band, Vinnie Vincent Invasion? Guitarist for Kiss, Vinnie Vincent, goes out and gets this band. And the first album has former Journey singer Robert Fleischman on it. FYI, singing for them. And then there's a little bit of a contract problem, a little bit of a fight. They're getting ready to do a video, and they end up bringing in Mark Slaughter to take over on vocals, and he ends up lip-syncing in the video over Robert Fleischman's vocals. What? That's just bizarre. That's so weird. But anyway, that's Vinnie Vincent Invasion. And Vinnie Vincent just did not enamor himself well with the record company, went over his $4 or $5 million limit, and they disbanded that and transferred the credit over to Mark Slaughter and bassist Dana Strum, and they formed the band Slaughter in 1988 in Las Vegas, of all places, home of the Killers. But anyway, that's where Slaughter came from. 88 is when they were formed. I mean, that was right in the middle of glam heaven, right? 88, 89, 90. And it's, I mean, it was just hard to keep track of some of the bands. You'd hear a song and you'd be like, wait, which one is that? Who is that? And then you had bands like, King's X and Great White, sorry. And have we even covered Winger in this? Well, I don't think we've even covered Winger here. Have we covered Warrant? I think we've done Warrant once. But we got a lot we can still cover. But Slaughter, they put out their debut album, and that was in January of 1990. And they didn't put out their first single until almost 4 months later. So Stick It To Ya. And their first single is Up All Night. That's your song of the day. That's what I heard on the radio, but it's so weird. They put it out 4 months after the record came out. There was no lead-off single. Very bizarre, but anyway, this was their first ever single. The album went to the song went to number 27. Not bad. That's respectable. But there were some other singles off this record, and it did quite well. It was actually 2 million copies, 3 singles. Huge album, absolutely huge. I can picture the album cover now as we speak. And they tried to replicate that kind of stuff with subsequent albums and weren't really able to do that. But this particular record was good. And again, this was the era of Skid Row and all those bands, so they fit right in. And yes, it's glam, and it's just glam. Glam is perfect. So you may not be a huge fan of glam when you watch the video, but we're throwing it at you on Octane Friday. Slaughter, Up All Night, their first ever single. You guys remember this record? Comment below, but that's a great song for Octane Friday as we roll into the weekend. We got more music coming your way, and we still got more stuff that you have not heard yet from the cave, so make sure you continue to follow me. Whatever you're doing, I hope it involves music, and as usual, I'll catch you on the flip side.